Wrestling fans, yesterday we woke up to the news of the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan passing away. First and foremost, I just want to extend my deepest condolences to our extended BWF Wrestling Podcast family member, Andrew Anderson. I know it's hard, brother, and there are no words. I just want to say how sorry I am. Kevin was our very first he was our very first mainstream name to come on our podcast to do an interview. And I can't tell you how nervous I was writing that interview, the days leading up to that interview, and how nervous I was when he came on. And I know that he had some technology issues logging on, and it took him a little while, and we only got about maybe 20 minutes worth of the interview. But those 20 minutes I will cherish and take with me until the day I personally go. This interview, it means more than words can express. Afterwards, if you guys want to go down a Kevin Sullivan rabbit hole, there's some good stuff in there that we talked about, like the emergence of the purple haze coming out from the ocean in a promo that was shot in the early 80s with him and Woman on the beach. Go check that out. That is really good. That is the start of Kevin Sullivan's career, basically. And then go and check out some of the stuff like with him and Dusty Rhodes, and the feud that they had when Dusty's sister got involved. The promos were amazing. The realism, I mean, so good. Two of the best minds in the business going at it. And then check out this WCW stuff, whether it's him in the ring shaving off Hogan's mustache, or part of the Dungeon of Doom, or just he left so many memories for us, and the stuff that we don't even know. I mean, his contributions behind the scenes probably outweigh his contributions in front of the camera. So many memories we grew up with that were influenced by Kevin Sullivan, and we don't even know. There are no words, but I just want to say rest in peace, Kevin, and thank you. And this interview, as I said, was the one that we had back in December of 2023. Yeah, I don't have any words. Let's just watch the interview. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It said I needed an ID. I didn't have the ID.
Oh. All right. Sorry about that. But
that's Bishop's. That's all on Bishop. Bishop, you almost ruined this for us with your ID needing. All right, but we're all together now.
Hey, Patrick, you remind me a lot of Jerry Saggs, the way you dressed with the glasses on.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Okay, if Saggs was here, he'd call you a dildo.
So what's going on, guys?
All right, Kevin. Yeah, I just want to quickly ask you, how did you get into the business? Were you a fan growing up as a kid? Did you have any favorites?
Yeah, I had first match I ever had was in Montreal, and that's when the Rougeaus and the Vachons were there.
Right.
Well, I never got trained. They just put me in the ring. It was crazy. Absolutely.
They never smartened you up, right, Kev?
Never smartened me up. I think I didn't get smartened up until you told me last week.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
They're curious how many times and if you worked with Sailor White.
Never worked with him. I know he was a great performer. but I never worked with him.
Was he at Vince's WWE when you were there?
No. He was in he was there either before me or right after me. I'm not sure which one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because these two guys are obsessed with Sailor White.
Hey, from what I gather, anybody that saw him, that he was a fabulous performer.
Yeah, he was. I heard he was a legit tough guy too.
Stiff in the ring.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Kevin, I also wanted to ask you, you started off your career as a babyface, right?
Yeah.
How did you transition into the Taskmaster, the devil cult gimmick? I know there's a pandemic going on in real life at the time. Is that where you got your inspiration?
Yeah, plus MTV, Billy Idol, Michael Jackson, horror movies were back in genre.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne, our good friend Alex Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Alice is a buddy of mine and Kevin's.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
that's how I kind of fell into it, guys.
And you were doing this around the time where it was like, I mean, you were doing it inside, outside of the ring. You were going grocery shopping. You were still doing the.
I was going grocery shopping with my robe on, but I didn't talk about it. I didn't preach about it or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Did you receive any backlash from the public? Like, how was it trying to live the kayfabe? Like, did they treat you any differently?
Did they what?
The public.
Backlash.
Yeah. Did you get any
Tell
public?
them about the Midwest.
Oh, when I went to the Crockett's, I got fired. Not fired, but toned my gimmick down because the people were so hot. The Crockett's company got so much heat on themselves about it. But I started it in Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida was the Sin City of the world, you know?
Yeah.
It made the laws look like rent, you know? So I didn't even think only probably an eighth of the people understood what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Now, Kevin, while you're in Florida, you wrestled everybody from Dusty Rhodes to Andre the Giant. I'm just wondering, do you have any good Andre stories you can share?
Yeah, Andre and I were good friends. And I actually brought him into I used to ride with Andre in Florida. I used to get him a girlfriend every night. So he liked me. So he kept that thought, what I did for him, in his head for years. So when I wrestled him, when I was later on the heel, he really took care of me. He really took care of me.
Tell them about the old lady in the audience.
Oh, yeah. The only time I ever broke kayfabe was I was wrestling Andre and I threw out on the floor and I grabbed him and scratched his back. Threw him in the post, but he hit the post. And the next thing I knew, he hit the post. And the next thing I know, I feel like a hot poker's on my back. Some lady with long fingernails digs her fingernails on my back and just about kills me. And I turned around and said to her, "Hey, don't worry. He's 7'4". I'm 5'8". He's 508 pounds. I'm 258. Eventually, you'll win. Sit down and watch it. Enjoy yourselves. Yeah.
There's something about old ladies in pro wrestling, because we've talked to a couple of guys that have been attacked by old women. And Andrew, do you have an experience of being attacked by an old woman at all?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Listen, it's a funny fucking story. So I'm wrestling Tommy Dreamer. I think it was up in either Syracuse, Albany, or somewhere like that, or Buffalo. And me and Dreamer are fighting all over the building. And you know the way Dreamer always does that spot where he grabs a bottle of water from somebody, drinks it, and spits it in your face? Well, it's going around. Nobody has water. And I'm selling it. He's bipping me, and I'm all over the place selling. It's ramming my head in the guardrail. I couldn't take one more guardrail shot. We already did all four sides of the fucking ring. And then he turns around and he grabs something from an old lady. And he spits it in my face. And I look at Tommy and I go, "Tommy, really, Sprite?" My face was all sticky. This old lady got so pissed off. She was fucking swinging her fucking pocketbook at me. I said, "He took the fucking drink, not me." She was like, "Yeah, but you're the bad guy."
It makes sense, right?
And then there's another, I gotta tell you a story from this weekend. My fiance, Karen, is the lovely Miss Karen when I come out. And she stole a cane from the old lady in the front row and went to hit my opponent. My opponent grabbed the cane, pulled it out of her hand, turned around, chased her around. When he turned around, I pulled a prosthetic leg off the guy next to the old lady and hit him in the face with the foot.
Wow.
Hey, you want to hear something? Me and Kevin got so much heat this past January, almost a year ago. Kevin, tell him what we did to Flash Flanagan in Illinois.
What did we do to Flash Flanagan?
The lighter fluid.
When I thought it was, I didn't realize it. Right. I poured lighter fluid all over the guy and tried to light him on fire.
The problem was we never smartened up the ref that we really weren't going to do it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So the ref grabbed the igniter out of my hand. First he grabbed it out of Kevin's hand, then I had the second one. He pulls it out of my hand, and as I'm lighting it, flicking it, he pulls the rod up and he snaps it, and the flame from the butane goes up my hand, and I'm thinking to myself, it looks like it's going to fall right down onto Flash. Thank God the flame dissipated like flash powder before it got to him, because he would have really got fucking burned. And that's because we didn't smarten up the rep, but we wanted to keep everything, Kev, right? We wanted to surprise everybody, right?
Yeah.
No, we shocked everybody. We got a shit ton of hate mail.
So let's talk.
Does that happen very often? Surprising people with gimmicks like that, just out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Kevin did that for years.
Yeah. So what are the dates and the buildings, guys? Let's talk about that. I'm looking.
We're going to be in Quebec and Toronto for a con and a wrestling show on March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And then February 24th, we are going to be in Chicago, Illinois. I forgot the name of the company, Kevin, but we're going to be in Chicago, Illinois. Actually, you know what? I think I do have my phone right here. We're going to be in Chicago, Illinois. We forgot the name of the company. What is it called? This is good. This is great. Yeah, we're going to be
where we're going to be.
Chicago, February 24th, and also we're going to be in January 10th. January 12th and 13th, CCW in Florida, in and Pompano Beach. And then February 13th, Championship Wrestling from Florida returns. No, February 10th, Championship Wrestling from Florida returns in Pompano Beach.
So you got you guys got a pretty busy calendar. Like you're out here doing this, like if at least every other weekend or so, right?
Kevin and I both been trying to stay as busy as possible, right, Kev?
Yeah. Yep. We're out here 3 to 4 times a month. So, usually every other weekend or every weekend, depending, the time of the season. So I'm looking forward to it.
And this Saturday, I'm in December 16th. I'm in show up for ECPW and Long Island and Queens, New York. It's the Queensboro Elks Lodge where ECW used to run for years.
Yeah.
I'm doing a show there. I think it's called Santa Slam.
Do you know who you're working against?
I'm working this big dude, man. He used to wrestle under the name Building, like building, because he's so big and wide. Now he wrestles as Legion. So now he wrestles as the name Legion. It's this match like 15, 20 years in the making. The kid always looked up to me, always liked me, always wanted to work me. So finally the promoter put us together, and I get a lot of that lately, man. A lot of kids come up that really want to work me and stuff like that. And Kev, you know that, right?
And you should set them all on fire, Andrew. Every last one of them, set them on fire.
It sounds great. I can't wait to get up there. I love Canada.
Nice, yeah.
We love working up in Canada. Kevin lives in the Pacific Northwest. You know that, right?
Sullivan, I'd imagine, originally is like a New England, right? New England, originally from Boston, Massachusetts, sort of thing.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
We got Sullivans. My family is Sullivan on Newfoundland, right? So everybody that's down in New England were people that started off where I'm from and continued on to the States, like smart people.
Yeah. Good.
That's why we're into Sailor White.
Sounds good.
Kevin, I want to go back to. I want to talk about your feud with Hulk Hogan for a second, if that's okay. Yeah. So you returned back to World Championship Wrestling, and you formed a group, the Faces of Fear, Brutus Beefcake, Earthquake, were some of the people.
Oh, that was the Dungeon of Doom. That was the Dungeon of Doom.
That was the Faces of Fear.
That was the Faces of Fear, Kev, first?
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to put together the Faces of Fear, and what was it like working with Hogan?
Oh, Hogan was great. Fungus, Faces of Fear were the guys that had wrestled Mosca, and he was in for a while, and Earthquake, and a bunch of guys that had drawn money with Hogan. So he tried it again and he did it again. So from then on, it was a really, really cool deal to them, where the people hated him. So it was really cool.
So you put together a stable of heels to go against Hogan to basically feed it to him, I guess, huh? And to make him look stronger?
Yeah.
Hogan's mustache has recently been voted the greatest of all time. Is shaving off Hulk Hogan's mustache the most dastardly thing a heel has ever done in the history of professional wrestling?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It was pretty dastardly, but hey, people knock Hogan and all this, but hey, without Hogan, wrestling wouldn't be where it is today.
100%, I agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
you would retire not too long after the feud with Hogan, and you would focus more on booking and writing the shows. How long after did you stick around in WCW writing for them?
I was there 5 years altogether.
5 years altogether. Okay. And what are some of your favorite angles that you booked?
Oh, Hogan turned heel.
Yeah.
That was you?
Yeah. Who else was there?
Holy shit. That's awesome. My mind's blown right now.
Matter of fact, Hogan hid in his house when they were doing the angle for at the NWO, right, Kevin?
Yeah, he lived a mile down the street from the Ocean Center. Yeah.
Was the third member originally supposed to be Sting, and then Hogan found out about it and wanted to be part of it? No?
No, that's all bullshit.
Wow.
No, not even close.
Wow. That's amazing. Good to know.
Not even close.
Kevin also orchestrated the Bill Goldberg winning streak, right, Kev?
Yeah, I had Bill by himself for a while. And nobody realizes, but I beat Bill the first night out. So things worked out.
Yeah, things worked out. Yes, I'd say they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you find more satisfying? Do you find being in the ring and getting a pop out of the people, or or writing like a really good angle and having it like executed just the way you picture it? What do you think is more satisfying?
I think watching an angle come together and be satisfied. So, yeah. So, Andrew, as you know, I got to go pick up Bianca.
Yep.
So, guys, we'll see you soon.
We're going to come back, right, guys?
Absolutely. You guys are always
yes. Thanks, Kevin.
We're going to
Thank
do
you,
a part
sir.
two. We're going to do a part two on this one, I hope.